Good afternoon. It's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot. How are you today? Welcome to the Spiritual View. Thanks so much for joining us. All the love and support you show us. We really do love all of our members, our subscribers, and our fellow journey seekers and journey takers. So thank you so much. I am one of 7 amazing hosts here on the Spiritual View that bring you different content every day of the week. In addition, we do have lives every Friday at 6 p.m. and every Monday morning at 10 a.m. And then tomorrow, I can't wait till tomorrow. We have our Friday night live every third Friday of the month. We have a special show that we put together for you from an educational lens, and we're going to be talking about the history of the tarot. Good afternoon. Hi there to you too. Thank you so much for coming on in. We're going to see where we go today. I just went ahead and lit my candle. I got us all ready. I think we're going to be feeling a lot of high emotions here with emotions being high on a super moon. We do have that fiery climax energy that was approaching. And we have the internal explorer that we pulled on the Spiritual View 2 Fridays ago to predict the energy. On top of that is a 32 card. Did I not notice that before? It's a 5. And then the portal keeper here in the environmental energy with this hot pink Siamese cat. Hot pink is the color of the star chakra. It's a 50 card. It's the portal keeper. And literally by my notes this morning, the song I got was really weird. And I was doubting it, but I'm like, nope, you know what? I get what I get and I don't throw a fit. And I was like, okay, I was never really a huge Nickelback fan. They're all right. But it was Rockstar. And I'm like, what in the sand heck there is why is that song coming in? And right by it, I wrote 55. So in quotation marks, because it was their 5th single on their 5th studio album. So 55. And I don't know if I've noticed that before on any of our readings where that was a 55, which is a wheel of fortune. If you were with me yesterday, I know you was there last night on My Live on My channel. We had just lost my train of thought. Oh, 55. Okay, sorry. It was the 10. 5 and 5 is 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which was part of the extended outcome. Okay, so we've got 38, the Exile. And that's strange too, because I kept getting Scheherazade this morning, not included in my notes because I was already done with those for today. I'll be posting a link afterwards. I wanted to get here on time for lunch. There's a white owl on her shoulder. And she's covered here. I believe I think it's called, is Bedla, the adornments. And then the Scheherazade is the wife of the king who ended up saving her own life and the lives of all the women around her because she won the king over with her tales, and she told them for 1,001 nights. And that kept them alive. I'm getting double chills on that. This is reminiscent of the 6 of Swords energy, where spirit is leading you forward or through, stepping through internal explorer, right? Stepping through that veil of energy. And then, of course, we do have the portal keeper. Where are you going, viewers? Where are you going, spiritual viewers? Tell me where you're going. I hope it's going inside, because she is on a boat. The card is called the Exile. It's number 38, which is an 11. We've been seeing that so many times. It's very dark behind her, kind of desolate. And there's a white owl on her shoulder, wisdom, knowledge. I mean, think of, could you tell 1,001 stories? right? In addition to that, I was also thinking the dance of the seven veils, because when I used to perform, one of the very first things we learned from our teacher, where you take the layering veils and you tuck them in, and then your dance performance includes this revealing, this revelation, this one veil at a time until the full reveal. So I'm not sure why that's coming in, but I got Scheherazade right before I sat down here to the table. That's being bookended by 33. I woke up at 3:33 today, and I wrote that down as well. I just got an ear beepy. What is 333? So my phone had shut off, and I woke up, and I felt like it was. I was like, I wonder if it's 3:33, and I said, Echo, what time is it? And they said 3:33. So here is our 33, Thief of Peace. And that is all about the monkey mind, our mental blocks. So I feel like this is like, where have we exiled ourselves? What can you leave behind? What modes of thinking? What ways in which we speak to ourselves that is not kind, and simply isn't true, right? Because the things that aren't kind to ourselves comes from fear. Underneath that, stop it. The 44. So all these double numbers, 11, 33, 44. This is the rescuer. It's like Mary had a little lamb. She's barefoot. You need rescued from your own mind here. I mean, the mind is pretty powerful. We've been speaking about how thoughts become things, and our words become things even faster. This morning, when I started writing out, I looked up the lyrics because I'm like, what the hell? What is Rockstar? Why Rockstar by Nickelback? And what I saw was this answer reply. So ZZ Top was it's like the call and the answer, the call and the answer. Um, the singer says, I'm through with, and he goes through a whole paragraph of what he's through with. And then the guy from ZZ Top says, tell me what you want. And then he said, I want A. And I put ellipses. And then ZZ replies, so what you need? Then the singer says, I'll need a dot, dot, dot. And ZZ says, been there, done that. The last thing he says, I want A. So he repeats the want. And then ZZ says, so how you going to do it? So how you going to do it? We got to be sure what we want to manifest. Okay. We've got to be clear on this manifestation. And it feels like, as things are possibly crumbling around you. And then there's this rescuer energy of the 44, which is an 8, today's energy of strength. There it is. So strength, that ellipsis energy, the infinity symbol. Okay. And this is everything around us could be crumbling and expecting to be rescued. Last night, for those of you that were there on my live, we had the maiden. And that is the journey, the voyage from maiden to mother, and rescuing ourselves, even if it's from our own mind. Okay. Because part of the maiden's archetype is, wanting someone to kind of come and take her up out of wherever she is or rescue her from the situation she is. And moving into mother, we recognize that we do that. We can do that. We did have the bicycle that was turned over in reverse, and it was a masculine figure pedaling the bike with the girl figure, a big ponytail, holding on or sitting on the back of the bike, but it was upside down. And I said, it is time. You're like, get out of the car. I'm driving. It's time for you to drive. It's time for you to drive your own life to where you want it to go. And Spirit is saying, you got to manifest what you want. You've got to ask. You've got to, you can even be specific. I think where a lot of us, self included, get tripped up is we kind of muddy that or murky that with the stinking thinking. Okay. And those building blocks of meditation are all about releasing and letting go of those blocks. Because when we're meditating, we're not in a thinking, we're not in the thinking state. Okay. We're in the state of meditation, like when you're walking in the woods. Sometimes when you're driving, when you get there and you're like, how the heck did I get here? I don't really remember driving here. That's meditative state. So I do feel like it's the monkey mind is interfering here. There might still be isn't somebody going to help me? And this is about you're leaving by yourself in that boat. You got you. You got you, boo. You got you. Wow. The exile. Maybe you feel this is the top of the roller coaster, guys. We are at the top of the coaster, and I did say those of you who are on this channel, you're here because you're curious. You are in the front seat of the roller coaster. So that moment when the coaster's sitting right on the top, right, and you're in the first car, you're hanging there. The back half of the car does not see what's coming over that hill. If you're in the front seat, you see what's coming. You see, that's the high priestess energy that we can get into with that meditation. What stories are we telling ourselves about why we can't go it alone or why we're not capable of getting there by ourselves? This is definitely a very solo, it's an internal energy. Maybe you feel like, if you're thinking, I can't meditate, that dirty 4-letter word that I do not love. If we do still continue to say it, I slip, but then I've also trained myself to remember to say yet. I can't do that yet, but I'm getting there or I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning. 11 is the intuition. It's the intuition guiding us to our next step. But first you got to ask. So that might just be a good time to journal today with this full moon energy. We also want to do our Ho'oponopono prayer. You can do that 108 times. It's 4 phrases. It goes pretty fast. The fastest I've seen a YouTube video on it was 12 minutes, and she did indeed go through those 4 phrases 108 times. Wow. So how are you going to do it? All right, let's see what's going on here. Do you really wake up at 3:33 too? Do you write it down? I'm wondering if you write it down. Start jotting that stuff down so you can kind of track. In addition, we did have our 33 card. We talked about this journey to wholeness, which was surrounded by 29, which is an 11 harmonic flight. Okay. Little Cheryl Crow, I think a change will do you good. Where are you going, viewer? Where y'all going? Can I come? Okay, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Okay, there's a reason I'm talking about move over, I'm going to drive. How are we blocking our forward movement? How are we going to do it? What do we need? What have we been there, done that? What have we learned so far? Are any of those been there, done that? Things that didn't turn out great and we saw it as a failure? Because it's not, it's only learning. This is crossed by imagination. Embrace and nourish the creative aspects of your mind. That lavender energy is pulling in over here beautifully with the internal explorer. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. That can even be this new portal. Okay, we're letting go of the monkey mind energy. Okay, let's keep going here. Empathy, grief, and trust. Okay, so then in addition to that, I'm just going to come down here, I guess. Empathy, imagination, relationships, gratitude, and surrender. So we're at the top of the coaster. You're in the front car. It's time to throw our hands up and go we, because otherwise we're just going to be white knuckling the ride all the way down. Hey, Miss Peg, Miss Jennifer, Miss Peggy here. So we got our party started. So exciting. And look at this harmonic flight of the purple and orange energy here, grief and trust. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I just said, have we lost something in the past that has us in a place of fear and moving forward? Because what we're doing is simply exiling ourselves from our own dreams. But she's in a boat here. You've decided to drive. So where can we go next? How are you going to do it? What is it that you want? Do we know what that is? That's really, really an important part of the message here today. Now, we also do have Venus sextiling Pluto this morning at 8:30 a.m. And then we do have Venus moving into Sagittarius at 3:28 this afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So we are leaving. Okay, we are leaving those deep, murky, dark waters of Scorpio that require us to go deep. Okay, what is the thief of our peace? What kind of mental blocks do we have? Does the mental block include this rescuer energy? Is there someone around you? Because the bottom of the deck for me is environmental or yang. Is there someone around you that's in constant need of rescue? And you're like, I just want to be myself. Is you trying to get away, collective? All right, the second song we got there, I'll go ahead and take our, we're still in Aries supermoon, and then we move into that not till 4 o'clock. Okay, what wanted to be left behind there? Oh, the Scorpio energy of the tower. Is there somebody around you that needs saving all the time? We got this last night in our reading. Hands on hips, no smile on lips. You're like, I done told you how to fix it, and here we go. If you're gonna maybe exile yourself. There's that Sun card energy, Leo energy. Our second song for today, Five of Swords there. How are we praying ourselves, especially Thief of Peace? If that mental block is actually a person in your environment, that's that Five of Swords energy. If this is not your own mental blocks, because that Five of Swords indicates both. Let's get another shuffle. Thanks you guys so much. That's right. Are you taking a road trip? You're somewhere on the road. Didn't you say your son was driving? Don't tell me he's a King of Cups, no more Scorpio energy. He does have a fishy crown on though, so water energies there. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, let's find out what's going on here. Lee's ready. So, High Priestess energy with that wisdom of the owl, and there's the Hierophant. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And Expert Tarot, guys, you guys know this by now. What is the number of this card? What's the number? And what is the number that symbolizes this? Both five. Another freaking 55. 55, 55. Rockstar by Nickelback. I wrote on my notes 55. It was the fifth single from the fifth album. That's nuts. Okay, All the Right Reasons was the title of that album, and that was from 2005. Okay, I know I want you guys over here. I'm gonna set y'all right there. I like to touch grief and trust, moving from exile into this new portal here at this Aries supermoon. No, they want to stay over here. Fine. Okay. We just go with the flow here. Just go with the flow. On the bottom. Oh, Aries supermoon. I love spirit. I love tarot as a reader of energy. It's just amazingly awesome. Okay, it does require surrender and our energy at the full moon, imagination, relationship, gratitude, and surrender. This is when we throw our hands up and say we. So this is representing you all, and this is the guru, the shaman, the guide. You are taking over. You are taking over. Let's look at what's the situation. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. And look at these color matches here with that deep red. Okay, this is heartbreak of any kind. That can be. We did have that rainbow bridge energy last night. Bridge over troubled waters energy with those round cards where I had y'all practice your intuition before I read the definition, since they were new cards to me. And we do have this grief energy. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. If you are leaving something, some situation, okay, it's this change, but you've got to have trust that your intuition is leading you in the right direction here. This grief can be any kind, anything that stabs you in the heart. People disappoint us all the time. I told you guys when Brutus died, my awesome dog, was getting three swords all the time. And I had never thought about that in the context of three swords. So it's grief of any kind. Okay. I'm open. What do you need to see the other side of a situation on? If you're hanging over the top and you are the seer, you can see. What about the people that are at the back of that coaster? What from their position? What can you see from their eyes? Okay. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. More travel here. And this is also downloads, especially when it's bookending the Hierophant, the counterpart to this High Priestess energy. 1001 Nights. The Dance of the Seven Veils. 2005 of that song is 7. Let's keep on going here. I'm going to go out 4 because this is going to be, normally I just like my 9-card spread, but that's how it came out today. So what does Spirit want us to know here in this next column? Yeah, we saw that and the outcome energy for the yin. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly from the eyes of a child and with love. What is something that you can see from an other side, and how can you communicate that to let that person there? This is some kind of a rift, it's feeling like. I trust my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And then in the environmental energy, we have Thief of Peace. This is us not trusting the inner guidance, or us not being able to get quiet enough in this High Priestess energy where we can hear the messages that Spirit are trying to send. This is our opportunity spot. And it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Spirit wants you to know, or Spirit's advice here, really about the situation is look at it through the lens of love, through how would a child see the situation? What would their suggestion be? This can be an apology. This can be an extension of love here. This is just a message of love regarding something that broke our heart. And I feel like it's something that you need to know, that you need to do, even if this is apologizing to ourselves for not having our own back, because we just keep waiting for someone to come rescue us when you are the rescuer. The thief of peace is not thinking that you are capable, and you are. You absolutely 100% are. Let's see where we're going here. Page of Wands and this change. Throw caution to the wind. I feel like you've been down this road before. The Hierophant is, again, the guru. They've been there, done that. This might even be someone you're helping through grief with communication, and you're offering an extension of your heart. You're offering love. That's beautiful. And again, to ourselves or to someone else. It could be multiple people that you are helping with some kind of message here. Wow. We do have the crown chakra that we were asked to open up and help us with our transformation when that moon hit the first quarter. That would have been last Wednesday. I am open, the unlimited self. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay. And then change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. This is where we had our double dolphins, the alignment and life force energy. Alignment and life force energy makes you very powerful. Okay. Eight of Wands is always a great card. This could be an apology by you or to you from someone who has caused you grief. Or again, like I said, this card came out all the time. This is not just someone did us wrong. Okay. This is grief of any kind. There's lots of things that break our heart. Let's find out what that is. In the recent past, there was an opportunity here to throw caution to the wind. Nothing can grow or evolve without movement. This is very fun energy, and this is the Egyptian ties here to the that Ten of Pentacles energy. Just doesn't want to quit with those Siamese cats and that portal keeper. Okay, let's keep going here, and it's back. The Two of Pentacles. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. What did we learn from this past? Okay. What have we been exiled or removed from? What do we have to remove ourselves from for our own good? Okay. And you may be counseling someone here about this because you done been through it. The near future, the opportunity to appreciate something that we've lost. Queen of Pentacles, much? Capricorn energy, and there's the cat that I was talking about in the Ten of Pentacles right there in her lap. This is wealth, this is abundance, this is nurturing, this is Mammon energy, Mammon hard. And she's sitting on a big orange chair, and she's wearing a purple dress. So orange would be our sacral chakra, second chakra, and purple would be our third eye or sixth chakra. Inside of that purple light, I often have my yoga clients open up the dark purple curtains to their violet flame inside of that pineal gland. Okay, let's add on to advice from spirit. This is could be somebody where you felt like you were left out in the cold. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. You're offering forgiveness, or someone is forgiving you. Take it how it resonates for you. For some kind of, that can be financial loss. This can just be like a lack mentality. Lack mentality in exile is the thief of peace. It keeps coming back to this, guys. It is the thief of peace, and it's another number 5 here of change. This is also about, see how she's wearing an orange dress, she's wearing a purple top here. They're helping each other. She's saying, take my hand, I'll show you how to get inside, because there's help on offer. This is help you're offering someone, or someone else is offering you, because you see both sides of a situation. There's 2 sides. There is a bit of imbalance here. The ships for me are always soulmate energy. Okay. Let's see what was a block here to this change. So the shadow element of the 7 of Wands can be that defensiveness, that defensive energy, standing your ground, or stubbornness. 5, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. They can be very stubborn and unmovable in their shadow side. My 9th position here, my 9-card spread, is always, what is the block? So blocks, anytime a card shows, whether it's reverse or not, I read in reverse, the energy is on the table. It's available. So there is something where we can get to higher ground on, and we can take the high road through the eyes of a child. When we see a situation that was an opportunity, of course you're going to go for an opportunity. It doesn't matter if it didn't work out or not, because learning was on offer. So what do we learn from that? If life, we kind of feel like we want everything's coming at us, right? And instead of taking this higher ground and defending and protecting ourselves, that's a defensiveness. And that's, I can't rescue myself. I want someone to rescue me. Okay, so if this is someone in your environment that is in need of rescue all the time, that generally doesn't tend to change until we do, because we've set that expectation, right? We set that expectation. Please let me know if this is resonating for you. It's for somebody. Now we want to come back over here. Okay, fine. Surrender. Just because something left us out in the cold in the past, that lavender flame, does not mean that it was wrong. It could have been not right timing. The other person's energy could have simply not been ready. That bridge, that rainbow bridge last night, was a big part of the card, part of the spread. And that's about not forcing. It's just about letting that boat just sail straight from the harbor, right? Only love leads us to the other shore. The other shore, the other side of this situation. Okay. Thanks, you guys, so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. It makes it so much more fun. I get a lot of energy off of you guys in the lives, and I always just feel like it's such a better reading when you're here, when you're here with me. Okay, maybe I just like you holding my hand. Now, we do have this empathy, open to seeing both sides of a situation. I did get just done just saying 3 swords is not always about love, but we do have the relationship card here, and this mandala always reminds me of a honeycomb. So it's partnership, it's community, it's one cannot work without the other, right? There has to be a balance in the partnership. And when I did my notes that we talked about last night, I literally drew the lemniscape that was bigger on one side than the other. That makes it a flump in the energy. It's a very special technical term, flump. We can look it up. I mean, It might be a look upable, I don't know. But this could very well be a relationship energy of some sort, one to one. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. If you're leaving something dark behind, the exile, or someone has left your environmental energy and you're all up in your head about it, what spirit wants you to know is you're going to be victorious here. The Six of Wands is victory after a long battle energy. And I did just say too that the Seven of Wands, even though it's in reverse as a block, that energy is on the table, so it's available. You can take a higher ground this time and see the other side of a situation. This could also be someone else seeing the situation from a new perspective as well and communicating that to you. But I do feel like communication is on the agenda here. With gratitude, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay, so what are we through with? Again, back to you want to be a rock star. I'm through with what? Spirit says, tell me what you want. I want a, do you know what you want? Spirit says, what you need to do that. Then he says, I'll need this and this and this. Okay, been there, done that. I already learned this lesson one time. What do I need to change? What do I need to tweak this time? Okay, because that lesson wasn't for nothing. We certainly don't want to repeat it if it was this painful. And then based off of that, you ask again, I want blank. And Spirit says, well, how are you going to do it? It's my best ZZ Top impression. So if you're just coming on in, my song of the day was So Strange. It was Rockstar by Nickelback. And there's a call and answer, a serve and a volley going on there. ZZ Top, apparently, one of the members from ZZ was not only in the video, he was the callback, he was the answer back. So he's spirit here in this scenario story, okay? The outcome, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Downloads or travel, communication of some kind involving a one-on-one relationship or relationships within a group. We've got near future Queen of Pentacles, and the outcome is the world, all the fixed energies, a successful completion. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, a successful completion of a cycle. I am grateful, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. Did he end up being a rock star? Uh-huh. No, all we got to do is surrender. Okay. And if it's surrender by force, this is still going through here with my advice from Spirit here. Just surrender, throw your hands up. I can release my need to control. The only thing that ever mucks up a manifestation is having a set expectation for the outcome. Right? We've got to manifest, and then we've got to put it in like an Amazon order, and then we've got to forget about it. We got to put our order in to our waitress. We're not going to keep going back and going, hey, chef, can I talk to the chef? Is my order ready yet? We're not going to keep looking at our phone saying, is my Amazon order here yet? That is, we just forget about it, right? And then it gets here, and we're like, yay. Sometimes we even forget to the point of, I forgot I ordered that for myself, and then we get to be surprised. So I think that's a fun thing to do regardless. Surrender. I need to release, I can release my need to control. What a beautiful message here. Let's see what we've got going on at the bottom of the deck. Other than the full moon, the super moon, and Aries, are we going to feed the wolf of fear? That is the thief of our peace. Okay. Or are we going to feed our loyalty? Are we going to trust? Are we going to feed the loyalty? See how she's choosing to pet the dog instead of the wolf of fear. Whichever one we feed, which our words become things, our thoughts and our words become things. Yeah. So on the bottom of the energy here, change of the moon. We did say with that a full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Okay. This change looks like a little bit like blades, like on a saw. What do we need to cut out? This could be you're helping somebody cut out something else because, again, you've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Okay, we've got environmental energy of the moon, a judgment call. At the top of that coaster, you can see what's coming. The people in the back of the coaster that can't see it yet. I mean, we just can't even with this grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Lining up under this harmonic flight and journey to wholeness, this is something that really truly is the thief of your peace here. Just because something didn't work in the past doesn't mean that it's not ever going to work. We just have to have gratitude and tell spirit we get the lesson. This is what I've learned from that, and that way we just don't get it again in a different meat suit. Same lesson, right? And next up here, trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. There's someone helping you here with this purple, again, the purple and orange. That ended up, even though it was hard, even though you felt left behind, or even though you had to leave something behind, good gravy. Yeah. Um, you learn something from that. It wasn't for nothing. Okay. And it's only ever for nothing if we repeat the lesson because we didn't stop and ask ourselves what was our contribution to that two to tango, right? What was our contribution to that? You do have help. You did learn something. Okay. I can release my need to control. And if we keep trying to force a situation, we keep trying to force a bridge that's not out of love or just out of our need to control. That's gonna break a bridge. It's gonna be over troubled waters every time, right? This did not look like a very fun lesson to learn, certainly. But are we at the point where we can see both sides of a situation? We need to release the sadness, the judgment that we're placing upon that person. So that, because that's the only thing that blocks victory, guys. That's the only thing that stops a cycle from completing is the blame game. Because spirit's like, oh. But what was your part in it? And I feel like this is definitely could be something you're helping somebody through. Or if this is, I've been through it multiple times, but I finally have mastered this lesson. And that is what leads to victory here. Trust. Whenever there's a tower, no one's happening for us, not to us. And we need to release the control of how we thought something was going to turn out or what we expected someone to be. Well, I thought I was going to be a rock star and now I'm not. So am I going to sit and be Debbie Downer the rest of my life thinking I'm a failure? That dream is dead? No. No. Right after that, there is the rock star and the Empress energy. And that's the truth. It's just the stinking thinking of whatever this was. Okay. And you can stay down, or you in some decks, like the mermaid deck, we see spirit rising up from this situation. Tens are the end and dead end. 9 is the end. 9 of swords is the end of this grief. 10 of swords, there's a sun. Don't let the sun go down on me. There's always something that I see, something about the fragments of allow the fragments of your life to wander free. You are not a fragmented sense of self. You are not 7 of cups. Okay. Only you can bring that back into alignment, guys. This is really quite a beautiful reading here, with this going from the situation of a broken heart to seeing the other side of it. We had to make this judgment call, or this person did. Okay. Or it was spirit going, yeah, I blew that ish up for you. You can thank me later. Okay. I am attracted to those relationships who serve my higher good. Okay. And then we're thankful for it. We're at the top of the coaster. This is saying, okay, we get what we get. We don't throw a fit. We're taking the ride. What did we spend this last 2 weeks taking action on that was going to make the ride that we get for the next 2 weeks on the top of the coaster to the down, which is to the next new moon? Okay. I hope this is resonating for you guys. Please let me know if you're seeing any other signs or symbols that I'm not noticing. I often notice a lot when I come back and do my notes. The other song I got today was American Girl, Tom Petty. And it was Raised on Promises. She couldn't help thinking that there was a little more to life somewhere else. After all, it was a great big world with lots of places to run. If she had to die trying, she had one little promise she was going to keep. Well, it was kind of cold that night. She stood alone on her balcony. She could hear the cars roll by um, out on the 441, like waves crashing on the beach. And for one desperate moment there, he crept back in her memory. God, it's so painful when something that is so close is still so far out of reach. It's not once you close that cycle. And once we've learned that lesson, it's right around the corner here. Let's get some other, you want to get nosy? Let's use Liz's deck. What might our spiritual viewers here, this is half Liz's and half the What Lies Beneath. This is her What Are They Thinking deck. And the way I like to use it is, of course, it's mathy. I like to go on the negative side of the number line to the left of 0. And then we'll ask on the positive side, on the plus numbers, on our paycheck side. Well, okay. So whatever this is, the exile, the judgment call, like in that dang boat moving right along, no more second chances. This is all about being on overload. We got too many plates spinning. We're too busy. We can't get in our meditative state. This is going back and forth on a decision. This is a 3D, okay, reality. Something regarding time, money, energy, resources, assets. Okay, pentacles, of course, yes, wealth. But think about with this Taurus energy here, what do we value? Do we now, is the lesson of this what we value more? We know what we value now. Because near future, I see it here in increasing your value, not just a little, but a lot, twice. The opportunities here, it depends on if we're going to be loyal to what's hidden in our moon, the truth of what we really want. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. What you gonna do, collective? When we leave something bad or that is not for us, even if it breaks our heart, if we see both sides of the coin there of why something didn't work, then isn't the opposing energy to that, well, that gives you more information. It gives us data about what we do want. And our Rockstar song of the day is, I'm through with what? I want a blank. And what do you need to do that? Okay. Wow. Okay, no more second chances. I was also thinking of the shadow side of the supermoon because it was a Aries supermoon with a fiery climax approaching. That means emotions are high. The shadow side of Aries can be impetuousness, like impulsiveness, and we have promiscuous energy here. A hot, a free for all, sleeps with your man. This is environmental energy, no second chances. If this is a friend that, it doesn't have to be a man, can be any gender, obviously, but it can even be taking something that you thought was yours. If we feel in this lack mentality, it was definitely something that kind of blew up here, and our own need to control it. I feel like it was kind of trying to push a a square peg into a round hole kind of thing. And we didn't want to follow the signs. We didn't want to have to leave a situation. I feel like that's just out of fear. Let's get the positive side of the number line here with her deck. Phew. Hello. Hi, guys. Lots of all the Aries energy. I know there I was when I was writing today, I'm like, gosh, this is a lot of fire. And well, we do have Rockstar. Doesn't he say something about how like all the girls and like Playboy bunnies and all 15 cars and that's kind of a little bit of wanting more than your share. And if that was someone taking more than their share from you, could be. Oh, we got to see what was on what flew out there. Announcement, expression, reveal. There's some kind of recording, some kind of I want to be a rock star. Is anybody like seriously writing music or singing music or anything like that today? Because it's prosperous here when you trust your inner voice to always guide you correctly. This is stepping into that new portal announcement. Where are you going? I started off at the beginning. Where are you going, spiritual viewers? We've got to release our control about whatever blows up. Maybe we tried to build a bridge, because I feel like it's spirit saying, "Look, this was a lax situation. It could have been. This is something that definitely is in need of an apology about." I trust my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Very single energy here. And it's like spirit's going, look, you weren't blowing it up. So the tower energy comes in when we are going through those nodal axes lessons. Our lesson of Aries Libra is independence and autonomy within fair and balanced committed partnerships of all kinds. So on the bottom of that, we need a family vacation. Could be, okay, if this was some kind of, I don't know, it's going to be different for everyone. Let's get some advice for you. Any cards that you would like me to clarify, please just go ahead and say, what's XYZ all about? I am happy to look at any of these cards' energies. I want to know what this communication is about. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Thank you guys. You're amazing. Thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. I cannot wait for our live show tomorrow. It's going to be so fun. The history of tarot. Spirit be funny sometimes. Under the grief card, communication coming in fast. I'm asking, what's this communication all about? And they're like, I done told you. Situation, Three of Swords. Oh gosh. Okay, this is a whale of an issue. There's nothing to be done. Whatever this is for you guys or someone you may be counseling someone through a change in their life. This is something that's ding dong dead. With that 10 of swords, I said, 9 of swords, there's the grief part of it, but it's the end of a grief about this, because that grief cycle is coming to an end, because it's blocking your own prosperity. You got to get back in your Queen of Pentacles-ness. That's just a lower octave of the Empress energy, which we saw here in the environment wanting to come in after confidence comes back. Stella gets her groove back. And then now we're all of a sudden we're on to creating something new, because we understand how to properly manifest. If we're always poo-pooing what we don't want, I don't like this, or I don't like that about this person, or this job makes me feel blah, blah, blah. We're constantly noticing the truth of things that we don't like. That's energy. It's just physics. It's not personal. You're just going to draw in more of that, even if it's unbeknownst to you, right? We could have exiled ourselves right out of a situation, because we weren't able to see the other side. We weren't able to see the good or the positive in something. 10 is the end, dead end. The sun is coming up that we saw in the pre-shuffle, and our truth is, a bigger truth is awaiting here. And like I said, even all things, this grief, seeing it from the other side, we have to learn the lesson. And here it is right here, spiritual enlightenment, and there's our 180 axis. Okay? Independent autonomy within committed partnerships. It can't be two Aries, me, my, and it can't be two Libra of indecision and codependency, putting the needs of someone else before our own, and not, being able to fend for ourselves, thinking someone is going to be there to rescue us. The rescuer, it be you. It be y'all. I know you rescue me every single day. Every time I get to do readings with you guys, I always feel just such an energy bump, and it's my joy. And that is my solar plexus. That is my third chakra. It's joy every single day. Why is it 8 of Wands here? It's the ending of a cycle for a reason. The fiery climax is here. Okay. And it's time to set the burden down. Look at her eyes. The burden of this broken heart. This is done, ding dong dead. This is done over. There's nothing these mermaids can do to save this whale. There's nothing that can be done with this except see the other side of it, learn from it, even if it's been a lesson of multiple times, because this time you get in victory. And when you see the lesson of it, you understand that if we were trying to force something or trying to put expectations on an outcome or change someone else, then we pull in people, we change the physics. We're only attracted to people who serve our higher good. You put the burden down. She's determined. Okay, she's already done all the work that she's needed to do. She's gone through her grief cycle here, and she's ready to set this down. Double 3 of swords. It wanted to make sure. And like last night, different deck. It's coming again. So that's how you know this is for you, because you're going to be put in the same situation. But which are you going to feed this time? Are we going to feed the fear? Our thief of peace, our monkey mind? Or are we going to feed the loyalty to ourselves and get in that damn boat and go where we need to go? Because look at what's behind her. There's nothing to be done there. Okay? And I am saying that with all the empathy in the world, because, I don't know a single person who hasn't been there, done that. The hard things are hard to do because they're hard. And grief is a sign that love was present. Okay. And that itself is a gift. We get to learn a little bit more about ourselves, but trust that you're going to be okay. And not only are you going to be okay, very quickly you're thriving here. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, she's the queen of the queen. She's already been through the life stages of the swords, the wands, the cups. She's been there, done that. And that's y'all. Okay, that's your energy coming up here today. It's twice. We saw that last night. The same situation will present itself. And this time, are we going to steal our own peace away? Do we know what it is that we want? Can we use this full moon energy to release and let go of this old grief? And all we got, it's judgment time, guys. We cannot move forward in any kind of lower frequency energy, not if you're a light shower. You have to be able to kind of live through it to tell the story, right? So that you can help somebody else here. Gratitude, it closes out the cycle. This is the last time, if you choose right here. Closing out that old thing does not mean the same situation, especially if it's in relationships, isn't going to be presented. You're going to have two truths constantly. We all do. What truth are we going to feed? Our monkey mind and our overthinking and our fear? Or our independence, our trust in ourselves, that our inner voice will always guide us the right way? It doesn't mean the end of this, right? We just know now we need to change our physics within ourselves so that the physics without, the energy that we vibrate from our own bodies, is like a magnetic pole. What you pulling in? Right? What are we pulling in here? It's a very true statement, which I've only seen, to people that help me get to where I need to go, and they're on the same path. Well, girlfriend, it's taken me 50 years to learn that one. So only been attracted to people who serve your highest good. I mean, you're way ahead of me there. I had to go the long way to learn that one. So I didn't even know what I wanted to ask here. I just knew I felt like I wanted to shuffle, because after the close of this cycle, you got the two swords and you got the two cups. What you want wants you. That's right, because I was talking about the vibrational quality of our own energy, our own output being a magnet for receiving what it is that you want. That's exactly Two of Cups. As soon as we can make that shift, Judgment again. Repeating energy. There are two people in this chariot this time, because you've learned the lesson, because you understand that if it's only for my highest good. That takes a long time to learn, guys. I think when we're little, we just automatically do that because we don't have all of we don't have the scoop from all the ways in which things have gone wrong for us that lead us into this fear state. You just go on your impulse of what makes you feel good, and if we can get into that childlike energy of, does this make me feel good or does it not, then you're way ahead. Then you're coming back into the right vibration. If your frequency is one of excitement, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to have this new start. I'm going to not be so iffy on what I want. I know what I want this time, because that's what leads to victory. You change your own frequency, you change your life. And that's the truth. Page of Wands again. King of Swords. Your own truth. Just beautiful, beautiful energy here. Magician right after that. King of Pentacles coming in hot for the Queen of Pentacles. We'll keep those out. Justice energy could even lead to some kind of marriage when we look at this. In the Mermaid deck, the justice scales are out of balance. Okay, because our frequency would be off, right? We're attracting our own frequency constantly. And whatever this past, this history, that's the thief of peace. That's what's weighing us down. That's why the scales of justice are not yet balanced. Now, look at that big asterisk wave coming right behind here. And what is on that part of the scale that's not balanced? The truth. The sword. After the Queen of Wands, Empress energy, when we change our frequency and we understand that we are all four queens, when Stella gets her groove back after some kind of betrayal where one sword would have been plenty and there's no more second chances here, it's time to evolve up from this and our monkey mind and think that that's all we're ever going to get. Because if we think that, then it becomes true. Our thoughts become things. There's some emotion. What was our advice? Through the lens of a child, through the lens of love, apology, love offer. Okay. Some kind of communication coming in here. And if it does cause us grief, or this is, it's some kind of news. Okay. It's very emotional, but that does not dictate, the past does not dictate your future. You do. What is it that you want? What is the truth of that? This is a symbiotic. This is symbiosis here. What you want wants you. Yeah, totally. Shoo. Okay. I love it. See, guys, that is intuition. Whatever comes up for you. I love when you include that in the comments. That's kind of what we were playing around with last night with me asking you what you saw in the cards before I read the description, because I want us to practice our intuition. And songs. I wake up nearly every day, not every day, with a song. And I question this morning song because I'm like, I don't even know that I lived here. Yeah, I did. Oh, it's the 2000s. Okay. The 90s and the 2000s just kind of, run together for me. But she just wrote in the comments a song. Okay. And what you want, baby, I got. That's the energy of attraction. Okay. The knowing, but not expecting. And those are intuitive hits. Songs are intuitive hits, and you need to trust those. Okay. Whatever you are manifesting is coming in because we've altered the way we manifest. Okay. Let me catch up with y'all. I'm going to get us, and I want a bigger advice card. Ooh, I want my Cosmic Oracle. Thank you guys again so much. I I know. I love actually that Toxic song, the Britney Spears, like how can you not love it? And we've all been, there is not a single dang person I know that is perfection. We've all been toxic. And if you think you weren't toxic at any point in your life, that's the devil energy of fear. That's that fear frequency. Then that's your devil. If you think you weren't toxic at any point, at any time of your life where you were attracting that same energy in, that's our devil. Okay, that's all that is. Did I bump the table? I must have, or bumped the table to bump the camera. Did we get a flyer? I could have sworn I heard something come out. All right. Y'all got me. Now I got me. Now you all got me singing my songs here. I do love me from Brittany. Whew. Did I have a flyer? No, we did. Harmonic flight is an 11. This is cosmic connection. 11. What do you see? Go ahead and put it in the comments. What do you see? Anything you want to, you can just be thinking it, type it in your phone, whatever it is, because I'm going to go ahead and read us that double judgment call here. This is changing our frequency. Crossed by. Emotions. You whip your hair back and forth, lost in emotion. Didn't come up Lisa. That was like last week. I got lost in emotion. Lisa Cult Gym. Or Lisa and Cult Gym. Okay, 11 followed by 12. All right. Not the correct one. 2 seconds here in a memento. There we go. Okay, and I flipped right open 2 emotions. Funny. Cosmic connection. This has to do with the heart chakra, 2, 3 of swords, the throat chakra, the ace of swords, and our third eye, which I talked about here as purple energy opening up to lavender, and our crown chakra, which is up and out. The affirmation is, I am illuminated, inspired, and grateful, gratitude, for this opportunity to expand in the light of pure consciousness. See? This card brings the message of divine support and illumination. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels with greater understanding, insight, and perception. Is anybody hearing this? Oh, my Lanta. Okay, it is no coincidence that you are finding yourself in sync with new people whose vibrations are at a similar frequency to your own. These new connections are bringing you greater clarity and reflecting the radiant light within you. Yes, there are challenges that surround you, challenges that can really tug at your heartstrings. But please understand that these challenges come to you at this time to help you grow and evolve to higher states of consciousness. Well, literally, I guess I could have just pulled this one card and that would have been our whole reading, and I could. I love when that happens. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, there are challenges that surround you, challenges that can really tug at your heartstrings. But please understand that these challenges come to you at this time to help you grow and evolve to higher states of consciousness. I cannot make it up. The universal energy of love has sent beautiful light-filled souls to guide your way and assist you through this transition, change. Not only do you have these wonderful earthly guides, but also the assistance of loving cosmic guides from a higher dimension. I said at the beginning of the reading, this reminded me of 6 of Swords, of Spirit leading the way, of us saving ourselves, Scheherazade, 1001 Nights, the story she told that saved not only herself and all the women surrounding her, because of her cleverness and her ability to win over the king's trust. She told him 1,000 stories over the course, 1001 Nights. And literally, first card to last card. Kind of blown away a little bit here. That takes a lot. Not only do you have these wonderful earthly guides, but also the assistance of loving cosmic guides from a higher dimension. You are a visionary of love, and through the raising of your own vibration, you will assist others to awaken. Spirit sees your hunger and desire for change. It sees your passion and thirst for planetary healing. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. But first, your own vibration and light needs to be raised. This opportunity comes to you through the challenges you currently face. You see, dear one, the understanding gained from these challenges and healing they bring will be the precursor to your own increased light. Keep going and know you are not alone during this time. Wow. May cut like a knife. The sword is a double-edged truth. Okay, but we cannot, at this top of the full moon, we're seeing the whole park from the best view. Everything that's surrounding the park, what is in need of change, what is in need of repair, what is in need of seeing something from the other side. What are some rides that just need closed down because they ain't no fun no more, or they're outright dangerous? And can we trust our inner voice is always going to be the one that guides us there? Can we throw our hands up and say we at this full moon? Full moon is all about surrender. And I think there's some self-forgiveness here that you just can't seem to let go. Okay, we're only learning. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't cause whatever this was. It was just not vibrationally aligned at that time. And just because something goes awry from a Three of Swords, it's just to show you what you do want. Okay? I am thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. Look at that lapis lazuli eye. It always reminds me of that. We've just got to throw our hands up and go. So Jesus, take the wheel moment, guys. And doing that ends this cycle, puts you in a position of money, time, energy, resources. It's not something that's going to drain you anymore. There's nothing to be done. Are we ready to let it go and set it down so that our monkey mind can get on to better things like what it is that we really do want? What is our truth? Where do you want to go? Very first question was, where are you going, spiritual viewers? Oh, the places you will go. I hope that message resonated with y'all today. I feel like it was extremely synchronistic. I mean, for me to be lost for words, that doesn't happen. Y'all know me. You've met me. So I hope that is a place, an energy, and look at that, the purple. It was just a mirror, the purple and the orange, and there's purple and orange, all the main colors of this card. She's moving away from that volcanic eruption. A fiery climax approaches. This is the end, and it's time to build our new coaster after we recover from the ride of this one. Okay. I love you and thank you so much. I think you are absolutely amazing too. Thank you. That was very kind. Thanks for letting me prattle on here with my songs and my weird drawings, which I will post here in a few. I do appreciate you. We love you so much and do hope you'll join us tomorrow night for our live at 6, where we're going to talk about the history of tarot. And I'm always so impressed by my colleagues, and I'm so very grateful for them and for you. So, again, thank you so much for being here today, live with me for this message. I love you, and I will catch you next time. But for now, that's much love from me to you.